Stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Tackled by the corner, C.J. Henderson.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And the Browns first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On the carry, it's Chubb. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 44, Mayfield. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Minshew. That's out to his running back, Fournette. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Leonard Fournette.
A gain of 3, second down.
At the 26.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Minshew. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Minshew sets to throw. The open man is short. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
6-yard line.
1st and goal from the 6.
Switch. Hey, Sam off. Hurry.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the Browns' 9-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Keep it up. You might 52, might 52. I got you.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
8-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Complete.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
26 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 31. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd and 12, Minshew. And it's knocked away and incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Minshew. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And take it right on the 30. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Running the jet sweep, Landry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down, Cleveland.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half, and the Browns add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Jacksonville.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
He's brought down.
The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And
that's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Complete.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
Here comes Grant on the return. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Now Minshew. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, and it's 3rd and short.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Looking long for Westbrook, and he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Fielded at about the 28. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, Pro Bowl wideout, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's taken down inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down, Cleveland.
Again, this is Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
40 seconds to Mike.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Check it back. Alert, alert, alert.
Mayfield looks to throw, and it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Mike 51, Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
6-yard line.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 51 to Mike, boys.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
It's a gain of 9.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Mayfield on play action. He'll buy some time right. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. That one complete. He finds Sharp.
Complete to DJ.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. At the 26-yard line.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it's 3rd and short. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This, you're going to get this complete to Fournette. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Again, Minshew looking to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. He completes it to Westbrook. Touchdown, Jaguars! D.D. Westbrook. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
For the point after.
And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now.
Makes the score Browns 28, Jaguars 10. Josh Lambo to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Browns add on to their lead.
On for the point after.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
By the Browns.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Al Woods gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to.
And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ DJ Chark, 84 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Chubb will get the call, running left. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Today's final score, Browns.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Browns, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.